can't seem to interact with anything else there now. Can I do anything more up here? No.
From the day it were built,
Now I know his cottage is next door. Rubens. That's strange.
From the day it were built, that light.
So if I've read everything and I can't actually get in anywhere else, what the hell am I supposed to do? I feel like I'm missing something glaringly obvious, but I have no idea what it is.
To old Red Rock, be sure to hold your lamp held high, for something dwells in the darkness there. Whispered promises, untruth, a lie.
I mean, maybe if I went back in here? Is there anything in here? It does not appear so, and I can't use my lantern. What do we got here? Just more stuff I can randomly look at. I mean, there's plenty of looking around to be done. But that really seems to be about it. Just walk, turn around, look. But what can I actually do? There's people making a lot of noise in that bar. Can't go up there. Can't do anything with Ruben's place.
He's not the one stuck out there. Be brave, my James. Be brave.
You know what? I'm gonna have to figure this one out. I'll be back in a second, guys. Hey guys, we're back. The only thing I can think of is maybe seeing if I can do more in that little room that appears. So I mean, like we've got these bird paintings. Oh sweet, we can actually do more. Okay, let's see. What's in here? Got some horrible looking cheeses. Devonshire fudge. That's not fudge. The fisherman's arms is rife with gossip. The men chatter like the women folk of this town. Whatever is the world coming to? Then, of course, there is the nature of their prittle-prattle. The island. This will never do. I must put a stop to the speculation. The fools know nothing of the events unfolding out there on Fetch Rock. I thought this was 1912. What the fuck is a floppy disk doing there? It's not even a fucking 5.2. It's a 3.5. I don't know. The latest item, a square card-like object, is made from the most curious material. It can bend but not break. Oh, they can fucking break. It just takes a little bit. Yet can be cut or scratched with the most blunt of instruments. It is remarkable. I've seen similar substances made from tree sap and molten materials, but never this smooth or so black. There's a small silvery metal disc placed in the back, which turns when a coin is inserted into it. On the front, the words Haddon Industries can be read quite clearly. No, Haddon can be read. I don't see Industries anywhere. Remarkable. I've searched the business directories and can find no mention of this company. Their title is quite grand, yet I can find no mention. I shall research the archives on my next visit to London. Haddon Industries. They may have the answer to the happenings at the Rock. At last, I have a lead. So, now we're dealing with time travel, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever have a use for that. Well, it's there. I must have eventually. I've discovered a small cavern at the base of the outer steps leading up to the lighthouse. The summer sea winds carried large waves inland and the sandbanks were washed away. This is how I discovered my find. I have yet to venture into the gaping gash. Oh, you filthy man. As I had no suitable lighting on my person. I was also wary that Drake, Wolfe, and Shaw may see me from the tower. I could see movement inside the crew room and did not wish to be discovered. Where could this tunnel lead? It intrigues me so. The tunnel was dark and led into fetch rock for a mere few meters. It was at this point that I discovered a rock fall prevents further exploration. Damnation! So near but so far! I honestly believed that the tunnel held the answer to my questions. I will have to discover an alternative source of inquiry. I returned to the rock fall to photograph the gash. Yeah. While digging in my bag for my camera, I dropped the storm lantern which had lit my way. It was at that moment that I heard it. A pulse. Like the devil's heartbeat itself. While I stood there in the chilling darkness, my head began to spin. The throbbing pulse began to change. A new sound filled my head. It was a song, a rhyme, over and over and over again. I could not locate the source of the sound, and groped about for the cave walls. That was when the markings appeared. From out of the gloom, the walls were patterned with a regular and uniform decoration. It throbbed in time with the sound, and I felt nothing. Well, that certainly was interesting. Does that lead into my room under the desk, maybe? Can I actually get back in here that way? Interesting. But let's see. Gotta move down to interact with anything here. Don't want to go outside. Let's see, we got some carrots, potatoes, small potatoes, some maps maybe, bit of meat. Mr. Demarian, as instructed, I have gathered additional supplies for the week. I trust your guest arrived safely and enjoyed the supper I prepared. I will return at 4 o'clock to bake some pastries and begin the evening meal. I presume that there will be 2 of you dining this evening? I was able to secure some fine bacon from Jones the butcher, and will be collecting a fine fat duckling this very afternoon. Should there be any special requirements, I pray your guest is not one of these heathen vegetarians. I would need to know upon arrival. Mrs. Agnew. P.S. I must also thank you for the kind words you offered young Beatrice. She's been terribly worried about James out there on that frightful lighthouse, and I do believe you put her mind at rest. For that I must thank you, kind sir. pasty recipe. 2 1/8 cups all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 cup of butter, butter diced, 1/2 cup of water, 1 1/4 pounds rump roast cubed, 1 onion chopped, 2 potatoes peeled and diced, 2 small carrots, salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons of milk in a small saucepan, blah blah. You know what? Pasties suck. If you want to get the recipe, there it is. Have fun with it. They're horrendous. Cream teas. Cream tea is an indulgent version of afternoon tea. It's a treat that's as popular with tourists as it is with Britons themselves. The gentility of the event comes from the fine china and the ceremony of the tea pouring. The indulgence comes from the delicacies that go with them. To accompany their pot of tea, diners eat scones, clotted cream, and ideally homemade strawberry jam. The scone, pronounced scone, no, it's fucking scone. Yeah. Fucking scone! Anyway, is a traditional form of baked bun with a sweet and crumbly texture halfway between bread and cake. Yeah, there's a big thing, either scone or scone, and scone is definitely the true victor, but, you know, people will get into fistfights over it. Diners split their scone horizontally, then spread each half with generous helpings of jam and clotted cream. Clotted cream is a specialty of the southwest of England. The counties of Devon and Cornwall vie with each other over who makes the best, and over how to dress a scone. Devonians put the jam on top of the cream. In Cornwall, they put the cream on top of the jam. Fucking British people. I do not want to look at the picture, because that might send me back to the past. Or present, or other place. I'm losing track of time here. Okay, we got some building. Cat. It's a hook. It's a boat. Some people. Why did he take a picture of the rooftops? I don't really see much meaning to these yet. Except for this one. This one looks like it could have something to do with something. But I just don't know. He's taken several pictures of that cat. I hear a lot of banging in the background. More about the fisherman's arms. Got some more boats. There's the lighthouse itself. Those could be the men working there. Spiral staircase. And we're back at the end of that. Interesting. Little garden area here. Nothing really to it there. We've got a little wheel for no discernible purpose. There's his tree. God, this is a tiny garden. Tiny home as well. Okay, they're just testing the water effects that they have, I guess. Woo! Okay, well, let's open up this little shed. Oh wait, that's not a shed. That's A shitter. Maybe? No. After comparing my previous sketches with the new photographs, I made a startling discovery. The rock has grown. I'm sure of it. What could have such power? It is baffling. I believe there is a force, a power at work on the island, perhaps even under the lighthouse itself, pushing from the bowels of the earth. My recent visit to the island was productive. I arrived under the cover of darkness so as not to be seen departing from the harbour. The lighthouse guided me across the sands, but each visit becomes more treacherous. Perhaps it would be better if I employed the services of someone younger and more adventurous than myself. Okay, that's just the same things. And there's really nothing else there. I don't think I can actually do anything else. Can't leave. We know what happens when I look at the bird pictures, so let's look at the rabbit one. Nothing. Well, I clicked on this bird picture before, so I'm going to do it this one. And that's the end of that. But now I have a disc, and I don't think that'll have made anything else interactive.
Bring James home, I said. That lighthouse is cursed.
Maybe I can now access something. Can't talk to him. Can't go in there. Still can't go up there. But maybe I can now go to here? Yes!
Though 3 men dwell upon the island to keep the lamp alight, as we steered under the lee, we caught no glimmer in the night. A passing ship at dawn had brought the news, and quickly we set sail to find out what strange thing might ail the keepers of the deep sea light. We found no sign in any place, and soon again stood face to face before the gaping door, and stole into the room once more as frightened children steal. Aye, though we hunted high and low, and hunted everywhere, of the 3 men's fate we found no trace of any kind in any place, but a door ajar, and an untouched meal, and an over-toppled chair. We seemed to stand for an endless while, though still no word was said. 3 men alive upon the isle, who thought on 3 men dead.
That must be the poem that it's based on, or at least part of it, I guess. Kind of haunting. Anyway, we're on Fetch Rock now. Nice little ripple of the water there. Doesn't look like we can go backwards. Maybe we can. Certainly nothing out this way. Got some lobster traps there. So we can go down here or down the other way. I think we'll go down here first. Got some more lobster traps in a barrel. There's the lighthouse. Ah, okay, so it all kind of loops around towards these stairs. this is a pretty bleak place. Looks like there's just nothing here other than this lighthouse. It is literally just a rock. But we got the moon in the night sky. Let's see, we've got fetch rock, additional emergency lighting installed by R. Barrow, 1909. I'm assuming that's turned it on. Or hopefully turned it on. Better not have turned it off. Yep, there we go. There's a light. So it must have turned it on. Anyway, into the lighthouse we go. And yeah, I figured there'd be nothing behind us, so always look there before looking to where you think you might need to go. Ooh, sweet, a key. Why can't I take it? All I'm doing is looking at it. What the hell? What's the point in even having a key there if I can't actually use it? We've got a generator of some description. Or a boiler, at least. Let's see. It's just a coal pile, I guess. We've got a prime boiler, middle, right, left. Activate taps, middle, bottom, top. Okay. Prime boiler, mid, right, left. Activate taps, mid, bot, top, and no jungle to be found.